It's some of y'all eyelashes longer than y'all real hair, and it bothers me. I hate him.
Some of their eyelashes longer than their baby hairs, and it bothers
And
me.
it bothers you too. Let these women do what they want to do, because I'm sure he didn't put some of them. Those women been in his bedroom, and he ain't stopped them because they got super long eyelashes.
Wait. Now I'm not even gonna lie. Them long eyelashes, that should be looking stupid to me.
But that's their
business. That's their prerogative.
You know what I'm saying? They might be like, your hair big. Like, why your hair big like that? You can't nobody see up your hair.
But that's my natural hair.
You like it. They may not. Everybody
may
may
not
like
eyelashes. Like, if I had that when I put on lashes, I'd be like, and I'd be smacking myself in the face because I'm like, what is this on my face?
Well, some women like it, and I'm not gonna judge them.
And some women look really, really good with it, like amazing with it.
And some people look crazy with it, but they think they look great. So you know what? I can't call it because
he said eyelashes longer than
their real hair, but I can't call it because I may have.
Do you have long lashes today?
Yeah. Thank you. You feel me? You've seen me with long lashes on. You've seen me with regular lashes on. You've seen me with my lashes. I mean, I'm just a woman of everything. Like, I just like everything. I'm not going to be just one dimensional.
I'm one dimensional. I'm okay with that. I'm one dimensional.
As long as you are okay with that, that's all that matters.
You're gonna catch me with the same face, the same lashes. Maybe every now and then I'll put on a lash, but then at the end of the night, I'm ripping them off.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to think it's like a spider in the morning. And I'm going to try to fight it and tell my husband to get it. And then he'd be like, it's a fucking lash.
It's a lash. It's a lash. I done woke up with them on my face, stuck on my face before.
Have you really?
I have.
But what were you doing the night before that you woke up?
I went to sleep. I probably was drunk, tired. I'm really bad. I thank God that I have good skin.
That's that shit. That's too much.
That's what T.I. talking about. But you know what? She thinks she fly.
Well,
so who are we to take that from her?
Oh, we're not.
Those are pretty. Now those, whoa.
See, that look like a caterpillar on her eyes. See,
whoa.
I'm gonna try to box you up. They're like, bitch.
Whoa, and I've seen that right there.
I've seen that.
Like, I've seen people have lashes that long, and it's
ridiculous.
I
seen that stupid shit on a car. Like, stop putting them stupid ugly lashes on the car. Please stop doing that. Have you not seen that? Oh. You've seen it. That shit looks dumb. I don't care what you guys say. And look, I don't care. I don't care.
I don't personally like it. But again,
it's your prerogative.
I'm not gonna
just
hate
know
on what you like.
Makes you want to put an eyelash?
They said it looked like eyes, and they needed some lashes. Because have you ever seen a made up girl and her face is so pretty, but she ain't got no lashes on? You be like, you done messed up your whole face.
See, I don't got
no lashes, and because I've seen women that be like super made up. Now you're not super made up,
right?
But personally, I don't ever need to be super made up because I have the bare minimum of makeup on, and it looks like I have a full face, so I can't really wear a whole bunch of makeup like that.
Right, me either.
So just imagine somebody that wears a whole bunch of full coverage makeup without lashes. This shit looks stupid.
Now, they said they car.
They said they car.
First of all, your car made up already.
They said the car already made up. It looks good. All it need is the fucking lashes.
No, don't put
Let them wear their lashes.
Don't put that stupid shit on.
Let them wear their lashes. Let's get it, Des.
That shit dumb.
With the big lashes,
is dumb.
I'm done.
All right. Layup boy. Two dope girls, yeah, it's a podcast. Two dope girls, yeah, we speaking all facts. Two dope girls, yeah, we got it, just relax. Two dope girls, hit like, subscribe back. Two dope girls, and we on it, never slack. Two dope girls, and we got each other back. Two dope girls, and we coming for the cash.
Two dope girls, and we all about a bag.
Dope girl, dope girl.
All right.
Yes.
We are here back.
Hey, you guys. Welcome back to Two Dope Girls podcast. It is I am she is me. I am Grace, and she is...
I am Ladonna, here in the flesh. You feel me?
You feel me? Like Dad said, you feel me?
Feel me? How
Look,
you doing, girl? How
I'm
you
doing good.
We mid-weekend, y'all. Well, I guess it's not mid-week, but it's like pre-weekend because it's not Friday.
we preying up for the weekend.
Because we're going to have great weekends. I'm
It's
going
gonna
to
be
call
busy.
it
Where you going?
Tennessee. I've never really
Okay.
been out in Tennessee, though. So I'm going to have a good time.
Where are you going in Tennessee?
Nashville.
Oh, I love Nashville.
Yeah, it's my first time really like getting around in Nashville, so I'm excited.
Ashley Cole took me to Nashville for the first time. I've been to Tennessee before, but I've never been to Nashville. We had an amazing time. We went to a jazz fest.
Like, you saying Ashley Cole a good time? Okay, Ashley Cole
is a good time.
I like it. She's my soror. I like it. Pretty girl.
Actually, we went out last night. We went to Botanica. Botanica is a nursery here in Birmingham, and they do like certain events. Just bring in the garden wherever you are. So they did an event at the Hive yesterday. So she invited me to Botanica at the Hive, and it was nice. We got to plan our little plans.
Oh, really?
And
Y'all had like a little girlfriend date.
we did have
I
a
love
girlfriend date. So she invited me there. We had a good time. We had drinks. We planted our little plans. We had cacti. I done poked myself a million times. The lady told us how to handle the cactus. But
Did you not have gloves?
didn't give us no gloves.
Oh.
But the way she showed us, we really didn't need it because it was like a small cactus.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like you think it's a flower, so you touch it and like, bitch. And then we went to Half Shell afterward, and I started.
Did you bring me a crab cake?
I didn't.
Damn.
I ate that shit.
How many of us have them friends? I'm
Well,
just
first
kidding.
of all, don't
You
ask
knew
me
you
to
was
bring
gonna see me today.
That crab cake would have not
Not
made
made
it.
it.
If it wasn't me, it would have been my husband.
Oh,
And it got to get through him and Warren. It would have never made it to
It
you.
wouldn't have been nobody at my house. It would have been all me. Like, listen, if you ever love me, anybody listening to us, if you love me, I love
me a
half
crab
shell.
cake.
I do.
And some oysters.
A good crab cake.
Yeah.
Like, don't send me no bullshit.
And look, I asked the girl for some oiling sauce for my oyster. She ain't never bring it.
She ain't never bring it.
But I wasn't going to hold her. I wasn't going to hold her because
Got to
she
be more careful.
But every time she came to the table,
She was nice.
she was so nice and sweet. And when she left off of her shift, she said, I hope you guys have a blessed night. Be safe. And I was like, you know what? Fuck that Orleans sauce. I ain't need it.
That Orleans. Kay
How was your
Michelle
week?
looked like a totally different person. I know that was.
We're going to talk about that.
That has nothing to do with
that.
my week. I ain't did nothing.
I
this
saw
week.
that video earlier and I was like, who is that?
She looks like I'm not gonna. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't do nothing. Let's
Nothing.
get off my week. All right, K Michelle. All right, so she looks like a totally different person.
She does.
But
She looks beautiful.
she
though.
looks amazing. So I'm just saying, if you're gonna get yourself done, get it done right.
I think she had herself done a few times.
Get it done right.
I'm kind of glad she got rid of that donkey booty,
She did.
but I'm sure she had to go through.
Cause she got knock
through that
knees.
process.
I ain't tripping because I got knock knees too. Shit. Fuck
If
it.
you from the South, you
got knock
bound
knees.
to have knock
What
knees.
does that have to do with?
I don't know nobody from the North.
That's almost worse than me saying you are not going to win Olympic track and field if you
If
are
you
not
like-
dark skinned.
I just think if you are from the North, you don't have knock
Knock
knees.
knees. That's
I don't know nobody from the North who have knock knees.
Because we was knocked on our knees too much. No, okay, I don't know, but she has knock knees. She looks amazing.
Nice, yeah, wanna bite yet? The titties sitting high.
Yeah, she made me
nice.
want to go get mine redone. I need
She
to go
look
up
good.
about a cup.
Really?
Yes, I want mine like that. Like that.
What size you got?
Girl, I'm barely filling out my C's.
Oh dang! You
I
should have
know.
went to a D.
Yeah, that's what I should have because
Yeah.
it wouldn't have been.
It would have naturally failed too. So yeah.
yeah, and they look great.
Yeah.
And they look good on me. I feel like
But
if you're going
tall,
under the knife,
too.
you should just go big or go home.
Go
Not
big
too
or
big.
go home.
Not too big.
Who is that?
K Michelle.
That's not her.
That's what I'm saying. In certain
She look different in every single picture.
in certain pictures. in
did.
certain pictures, she just looks like a totally different person. Now, even at least in that video, she looked like K Michelle. Like I knew who that was before I
Yeah.
looked at, who it was.
Okay, so I do want to just. I appreciate natural beauty, and I appreciate people who actually. I mean, if you want to get yourself done, that's fine. That's your prerogative, like you
Right.
said earlier. But when you're unrecognizable, is that too far?
Sometimes it's best.
Kylie Jenner.
Exactly who I was about to bring up. Sometimes it's just best, sometimes you can go too far and
Sometimes
you
it
can
might be necessary.
but sometimes it's necessary. It's no way that I could have lived in a home with Kim Kardashian and what's the Kourtney Kardashian.
And I don't think she's had any work done. But
she's just naturally pretty.
Yeah.
Kim really
Kim's
was naturally pretty. Now, but the work she's gotten done has done wonders for her.
It accentuates her beauty.
It does. But that damn Kylie, she sat on somebody's table for a whole 24 hours.
And they want to lie about it, bitch. We done seen your flat top lip.
Right.
Okay, that's not true.
No. Like black women, I don't know if I would ever, I love my lips. So I don't know if I would ever get fillers ever. Now, I think maybe when I turn like 50, I probably will get Botox a little bit because I love beauty. I love the entire beauty industry. But
I'll just keep
I don't
getting
know if
facials. I don't think I would do Botox. I'm going to just let myself naturally age. One thing I said I would not do is anything to my face.
Anything. The only thing I would consider if it was totally free is a nose job.
No.
That's the only thing I would consider.
I'm not getting
But I don't desire to have anything done to my face.
Not my face. Like, because if you fuck up, ain't no slip. I can't cover this up.
This
is what I have to represent to the entire world. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
let myself, we have to age. And I just feel like if you take care of your body, you do your little skin regimens, you go see the dermatologist, you go see the esthetician, let yourself age gracefully and beautifully and naturally.
I agree. But for those who want to go and get your Botox
Girl.
get your fillers, you do what you want to do. You do what you want, whatever makes you happy, because everybody does not age gracefully. You can do whatever it takes. You can drink your water, you can exercise, and you can still have wrinkles where you don't want them. So, hey, you do what you think is best for your body, because ain't nobody got to wake up to you but you. Okay.
Right, but just feel comfortable. And even if that's the case, like just feel comfortable in who you are.
Yeah. So. I just hope K Michelle is much more happier, because clearly she wasn't very happy. And you could tell, during her reality show.
What was the last reality show she was on? Was it Love and something?
She was on Love and Hip Hop, but she also had her own reality show.
Did she?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yes. I like K Michelle because
I love her.
Crazy.
I love her voice. Her voice is Kim Zolciak daughter. Oh yeah. We just put that up there.
Yeah.
She that lip shit.
But she was beautiful before she even got her lips done.
Beautiful before, but it's like you look like you got stung by a goddamn bee.
Because they want to be, they want to have our black features so bad.
The butt, the hips, the lips,
the dips,
thighs,
you
the
feel
dips,
me?
The everything.
The cheekbones, the everything. We just don't know how fine we already are, black women.
I know.
Me too.
You feel me?
Me too.
Me there we go, Daz. Daz got the clap on point. Yes.
Yes, me too. What else we got, girl?
Okay, so we're gonna skip the game this week.
Well, we're gonna give y'all
every week.
something a little different, and I think we just we weren't feeling the game this week, and that's okay because this is our shit, right?
Yep.
So we weren't feeling the game. We're gonna skip it, but we got some topics. We got some topics that really felt like they just really felt right talking about.
Yes. Okay, so speaking of fine people. And aesthetically pleasing people.
Ooh.
Ashanti.
We brought up Ashanti last week.
This thing don't never age.
Ever. But see, everybody ain't like that, Grace. That ain't fair.
That ain't fair.
It ain't
like
fair.
Tiana Taylor.
It ain't fair.
You done popped out 2 babies.
It ain't
and you
fair.
got an 8-pack and you claim you don't work out. You eat whatever you want to eat.
But
And
I don't think she works out like that.
I don't think she works out like that either. And
She's
I'm just
just
like,
genetically like that.
her mama fine.
She is.
Her mama is fine. And you know, little Junie gonna be the same. Look at Shanti.
I know. She look like she all of about 28, 29.
You gotta love the hater.
Look at it. Look
gotta
at
love the
her
hater.
body. That's all right. I'm about to do that this weekend. Let me go get my bathing suit and my black
Shit,
hair.
I'm about to do it too, and I don't even care.
I don't even. Her body looks amazing.
I love Ashanti. So Ashanti says that she's been playing around with music, and she should go ahead and put something out. What you think?
Absolutely. I mean, Ashanti will forever be one of those R&B stars that we just absolutely love.
She's a black staple.
She is. She is. You know, the entire what is the name of the group or the label she was
Murder
behind?
Inc.
Murder Inc. The whole Murder Inc. Like Ja Rule will always be relevant. Like
murder.
you know, he hasn't put anything out in years, but we all still like Ja Rule. That's what's up. Like I can go to a concert and Ja Rule can be not
the Fried Festival.
Is that the one he tried to get together
That's
on
the one
island
that
or
was
something?
just like, it just went downhill from there.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened? Tell me.
You got to look at the documentary. They just made it seem like it was going to be like the festival, the stars upon stars, and you're going to have these accommodations. And when they got there, they didn't have the accommodations. Nobody had anything, no food, no water, no nothing. They had no nothing. Watch it on Netflix. Fire Festival.
Wow.
Yes.
Ja Rule, you wrong for that. But anyways,
It wasn't him,
he
but
can,
we go. Yeah.
he can be not necessarily the headliner.
Yeah.
But he can, you know, I forgot what they call the people that come out first.
I guess the supporting acts. maybe?
Whatever.
Yeah.
He can be a act, and I would love it. I would love because I know all of Ja
I
Rule.
want
all
to see
music.
Ashanti.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I want her to win. Like, I want her to win in every facet of
Yeah.
her life. Like, I want her to win in music. I want her to see her married. I want to see her pregnant. I want to just see her win totally. She just looks super genuine as a person.
Maybe. Yeah, and you know, her mom is beautiful as well.
Yeah.
Her mom
Her
is there?
sister's beautiful.
I didn't know she does have a sister.
You know, her sister used to be in all her videos.
Younger, yeah, the
Mhm.
younger sister, yeah. They fine. I love it. I would really love to hear some Ashanti music, but I don't really think I've heard much of Ashanti without her having a feature. What song do you remember of hers without her having a feature?
There we go. Foolish. Foolish didn't have a feature.
Okay.
She got a
I'm
lot
just
of
so
them.
used to her having like a supporting act.
But who wouldn't feature on Ashanti's
Yeah.
record?
Because she's
Hell,
dope
she's
like
on
that.
she got on the new record that took her sound. What's the name of that song? Oh yeah, that's
I mean, Ashanti has so many hits though.
she does.
Like
she does.
back to back to back. Foolish. What's the other ones with Ja Rule?
I don't know. I can't think about it.
You gotta hear it. And
Yeah,
then you can rock to it.
Mhm. But I mean, and then probably know every word. Just can't think of them right now.
Every
Yeah.
single word.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I
Me
wish
too.
she would just come out with it. Stop procrastinating. I don't know what you're doing with your life. Well, yes, I do. She's
Living
frolicking.
it.
She's frolicking around in swimsuits and Gucci and Bottega shoes. Clearly, because that's what we just saw. So, yeah, we here for it.
She deserves it though.
Yeah, I deserve to hear your music. So come on.
Right.
What we got next, girl?
Tennessee Lady.
Oh,
Talk about it.
So okay, so we was scrolling, not scrolling, but scrolling. All right,
Scrolling.
this Tennessee woman gets on TikTok and show how she came home from a week-long work trip to an empty apartment. Her husband up and left. Not only took himself, but took most of the apartment with him. So she's making everything seem like, man, this
He
man
done
just
up and left.
He done up and left. And didn't say nothing. We were doing good.
Y'all had
There
problems
was
before,
no,
ma'am.
Yes, clearly. There's no sane man that's going to up and leave you without any explanation. Like, there's no, like... And he took everything.
Well,
he
you
took
know what? He left
beds.
her jewelry in the place. He didn't ransack the place. He left her jewelry hanging up. He left the little
I do feel a way, because if he left with everything, what the hell is she supposed to take?
But you know what? I think hindsight is 2020. We only see what she posted. We don't know their relationship. We don't know what conversations they may have had before. Now, is it fucked up while she was on vacation or on a work trip that he left her? Yeah, maybe, but I don't know what their conversations were beforehand. Like, were you guys arguing? Were you like, okay, well, we're gonna leave, and I'm not.
I don't believe that any man should up and leave his wife without her knowing, unless it's physical. Unless the relationship had gotten physical and you're trying to get away from it without, that at that point, then yes. But from, like you said, there is her side, his side, and then the truth. But we got both sides.
Because he spoke on it.
He spoke on it. Thank you, man.
What did he say, though?
He basically was like, any person that really knows me knows that I am kind-hearted. I'm not just about to up and leave this woman, high and dry, right?
That's just like saying, if I posted on social media, which I would never put my personal life on social media like that. But if I posted on social media, oh, look at my house, I have nothing in here, and my husband left me with nothing. And if you know my husband, he won't just leave me with nothing. And if he took everything, but if I put it on social media, these people don't know him.
Right. But I do like the fact that when he did speak on it, he spoke highly.
I hope you win. I hope you win.
In a way, he spoke highly of her. He did let us know that, look, she's fighting some stuff, right? That has definitely came in between their relationship.
Right.
But I don't want you to do like...
Because 18 years?
18 years? Found out, girl. Listen.
After 18 years? I mean, that had to have been something a little deeper than what she had put up there and what he put up there. So
okay, so what would you do? You came home.
Hey, living my life like it's going.
You understand me? I would have been like, He did say
I would be sad.
He did say that she had already had a full furnished apartment.
With a roommate.
Right. He did say that. So in
well, hey.
I think if it was a guy, I think he would have put it out there, because at this point he's trying to. She kind of diminished who he was, his character.
Well, but the thing is, we don't know. And if she's already set up in a place with furniture, why not? I mean, somebody got to take the furniture. We ain't about to put it in storage, because who paying for storage? Like, okay, you take the furniture. I already have a place set up. He said
her storage was full.
She might already have furniture in there.
He had an answer to everything.
Well, look, we don't know, but I from the outside looking in, it seems like really fucked up that she would come home from a work trip and find virtually nothing in there that used to be. But after 18 years, but she must make jewelry. I want that shit. Look, have your business, girl.
Yeah.
But I just feel like after 18 years, on both ends, it has to be hurtful. Like, you spend 18 years with someone, and then they're young, so they were together when they were young. So it's like,
I would definitely be hurt. I would go through a chain of emotions. I would
happy, sad, mad, glad, whatever.
Yeah, everything. I probably would get there. I would be angry, because I'm like, what the fuck? This nigga didn't cut off lights.
Yeah.
He didn't took all my stuff. Where am I supposed to go? Or, or even if I did have something.
With Wi-Fi.
That's what he said. He said, but then he said that she had somewhere to go. Even if I did have somewhere to go, I'm like, he should respect me more enough to just say, hey, look, while you're out of town, I'm going to go ahead and get my stuff. And I'm going to just part us, before, without any drama.
I absolutely agree with that, because after so long together, you would hope that each other have respect for one another to say, look, you're out of town. I know we're doing this, and I'm just going to go ahead and leave so we don't have to go through the emotions and we don't have to go through you seeing me leave or whatever the case is. So honestly, that probably was the most opportune time for him to leave.
Absolutely, but he should have did better. Yeah. So, I was just looking on Shade Room. I think it was Shade Room. And I saw
Shadiest of them all.
The shadiest of them all. And good old Meek Mill. It takes Meek Mill to just be an honest man. I like an honest man, right? He said, I don't want a relationship with anyone right now. I get that. But I do want to date. I get that too. I see what he's saying. I want a consistent person to talk to. I want you on me, but not too much. But to where you keep asking where I'm at. And I don't want you telling me what to do. But I want us to have fun. But I don't want you talking to anyone else though. What kind of woman do I want?
A married one.
That's what I said.
That's what you said. A married one.
I'm like, he want a married woman because she already got somebody. She not leaving her husband.
Right.
She's just she wants you to have fun. She want to have sex with you. She wants you to tell her how beautiful she is.
He want JT. He want what little Uzi Vert got.
Ooh, yeah, something. I don't know what he wants, but he needs whoever he gets. It's gonna have to be a sign here.
Right.
This is a contract. You
Really?
are only to call me twice a week. Right. You don't want a respectable, single, emotionally available woman.
Right. Because she for the streets. If that's the case, because when you're not married, you're single. Like unless you're exclusive, then you have the opportunity to do what you want to do.
Okay, but hear me out.
Okay.
I feel like if I was not married right now, okay, so just say if I was out of my marriage, right? Because I've been with my husband for so long, I don't know if I would be wanting to jump into a whole relationship.
Because you have that experience.
But I would want to have fun.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't want you to be all up in my space, but I want to talk to you.
Are you going to be exclusive?
But I wouldn't really want you to be fucking everybody. But I
Just
wouldn't want to just be exclusive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get what he's saying. It's like you just want everything you want now.
You just have to have a partner who has an understanding.
That's true.
That's all it is. It's communication.
It's somebody out there that's going to be like, I can do that.
He a hood nigga. Like, if you have a communication with somebody, like, look, this is my expectations. Like, we can be exclusive.
My bad.
Because that thing probably locked.
Right. I'm about to go check. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all subscribing, sharing, hitting the like, follow button, all of that good stuff before we get back into Meek Mill.
Right.
I just want to say that. Just make sure y'all know, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Meek Mill, he got these expectations, but like I said, there's going to be some woman in the world that's like, that's nothing.
That's enticing.
I don't have to live with this motherfucker every day. I don't have to be around him. He's going to make sure I'm taken care of. He's going to take me on the lavish, luxury type trips. He's going to wine and dine me when he's with me. Sign me up. Where do I sign up?
Where do you sign up?
Where do I sign up?
Meekmill.com.
Meekmill.com. What's the black app?
Black people meet.
Yeah, it's gonna be Meek Meal.
Meekmillmeat.com.
Okay.
Soon come.
Right. I love it.
That is too funny.
Oh, man.
Look, okay, so you had told me about I had told you. Wait, did you tell me or I told you?
About what?
The
Having to figure out
that?
Thank you.
I don't even know what that was.
So yeah, we post this post up on our IG, and it was from Moms with Coffee.
Yes,
which is on Black Love. You can go check them out on YouTube, and while you're on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe to
Girls.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Anyways, they were basically posing the question: what used to turn me on most of the time does not work.
At all.
And we've said that. You know, you there are seasons in relationships, especially for women, we're always evolving.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, we're always, and sometimes men don't evolve as quickly as we do, which is
They're a little
sometimes
slow.
they're a little slow, but
It's okay.
it's okay. That's where communication comes in.
Right.
But she said some shit
She did.
that spoke to my
She said,
spirit.
you know what? If you take some things off my plate,
Hmm.
them legs gonna bust
Wide open. Wide. Do you
Come and
understand
get
what
it.
you understand me? Like if I was talking to somebody, I'm like, man, when I look back on some of the stuff that I had to do, you know, when the girls are in school, I was waking up and we were having to go to work, right? I would wake up. I would go work out. 4:30 in the morning, wake up, be at workouts at 5,
Yeah.
get back home, get Parker dressed, put her on the bus, get back, get Paisley dressed, get myself dressed. Well, I didn't necessarily have to get Paisley dressed at this point. She was staying at home. But I'll have to get myself dressed, take myself all the way to a job that I did not like,
Right.
stay there all day,
Mm-hmm.
8, sometimes 9, 10 hours,
Yeah.
come all the way home, make sure these same kids are fed, make sure Parker's homework is done, give them baths, and then cater to a man when he got there.
Okay, so I'm gonna play devil's advocate
Mhm.
because not everybody is going to be as attentive as you want them to be. They're not. Not every man or your partner, whoever, is going to be as attentive as you want them to be. So, do you say, "Hey, I need this help. I need you to do this while I'm doing this."
The grown LaDonna does, but
Okay.
I was
The
going to say,
neophyte.
I was going to say the childlike.
Yeah.
But the younger me, even when I have these responsibilities, in my head, I'm like, this man
should
sees
assume
me
Yeah.
doing the most.
You know what? And I think because we have a perception of adult relationships,
Mhm.
like you've seen your mom and dad together for so long, and your dad might pick up the slack where your mom may, not saying that she won't do, but
Mhm.
he's going to pick up where she needs him to pick up.
Right.
But that has come with years of
Mhm.
probably her saying, "Look, nigga,"
Nickel.
in so many words, "I need you to do this for me." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you seen him do that because of her constant saying, "I need you to do this."
Right.
And we don't really pick up on that. And they may not even tell us, like, you need to tell your husband or you need to communicate with your husband what you need.
Mhm.
So is it something that you communicate with him that you need?
I think it got to a point where it had to be communicated. Like,
Yeah.
I was telling somebody yesterday that you want somebody that's going to, I tell anybody in any relationship, whether it's a friendship or a non-platonic relationship, you
Yeah.
want somebody that's going to blow the fuck up immediately.
Yeah.
Because
What you mean by blow the fuck up?
meaning, like, if you just say you put your foot out and cagged me, or you got home,
I don't understand these country terms.
No. So, okay. I forgot. Okay, so anyways, I'm gonna give you this one. This example. Just say your man get home after a long day of work and he take his shoes off at the front door, throw his bag on the floor, and just keep it moving.
Yeah.
Right? In your head, you like, this nigga just saw me sweeping. Why would the fuck he wouldn't put his shoes?
The dirty grass in the motherfucker.
You know what I'm saying? But you want a chick that's gonna see and be like, pick your motherfucking shoes up
Right
now,
nigga.
You don't want the chick that's gonna be like,
"Oh, I got it, baby."
This nigga. And then it happens 1,000 times, and all of a sudden, your motherfucking ass don't never.
And I hate you, and I hate the way you fold the clothes.
Right. And then
everything come out.
You can't fuck right. And then you know what I'm saying? Like everything come out. Yeah.
It's Tourette's.
It's too much. It's too much. So you need communication is definitely key. And
Yeah,
I had to learn
absolutely.
that. I had to learn to speak up when I felt overwhelmed or I feel like, and that's when I told you a couple of episodes ago when Sean did something to help me, and I was like,
Damn.
you know what I'm I'm saying?
Drip, drip.
It's ready. You know what I'm saying?
You want to go?
The microwave don't even have to be warmed up. You know what I'm saying? You don't even have to put that 30 button on there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just, I think after a while, when you get out that honeymoon stage of a relationship,
Which ends quickly.
yes, you have to put in work. And sometimes the work looks like sacrifice.
It's acts of service.
It
think
is.
acts of service for men to women is more meaningful because I think women are innately the ones who do the acts of service.
Yeah.
They make sure they cater. They make sure you're taken care of before we're taken care of. And it's so funny because I had this talk with Ashley yesterday, and she was like, when have you ever put yourself first? And I was like, well, goddamn, bitch. I ain't never put myself first ever in life. I had a son at 17. I always put him first. I got married. I always put my husband first. And even now, it's like, I make sure that they're taken care of before I'm taken care of. And I'm like, you know what? Not to say that it's selfish to put yourself first, but I think you really need to take care of yourself. But when someone is taking care of things for you, it makes it all the better for the relationship.
It's so funny that you said that. So I was listening to Tabitha this morning.
Love me some Tabitha Brown.
Love me, and she spoke to my spirit because I've been in this season where I'm battling between being patient and being impatient. You know, with things that I'm pushing towards, right?
Everyday struggle.
It's an everyday struggle for real. So she was basically just getting on. She was just like, you know, she hadn't worked out. She's working out. She wanted to work out without any music because she just wanted to be able to have a conversation with God. And I think I've told you that sometimes, like when I run, sometimes that is my time to literally have a conversation with God
Every time.
You know, and she was just saying how God just. It was a revelation to her that the things that she has now, when she was working towards them, when she was 25, when she was 35, she wasn't ready for them.
Yeah.
And now that she's, you know, ready for it, she had to use that time to prepare. So I'm bringing it around. So she said that everything, you need to learn how to say no. No is a very powerful word. But she was just saying that in the past, she was pushing so hard to be great and have so much success that she don't think she would have known what to say yes and no to at that time. So now she's in a different space. She knows exactly. She hears God. She was like, I'm obedient to his word and the things that he tells me. She's matured.
Yeah.
So she said that I have had so many opportunities to do reality TV. And I would love to watch Tabitha and her family. But she said, God said, no, that's not for you and your family. And I thought that was so strong. That was so strong because she was like, this is something that I've been pushing towards, not necessarily reality TV, but the opportunities.
Just being in the spotlight.
The opportunities to be a star and to, you know, to live out my dreams. And God said no. And she had to realize that God is going to make up for that. And it's going to be much better.
And she's doing very great in the Chi.
And she did not have to sacrifice her family's well-being because you got to remember, her little son is, I think
he's young.
He's
young. Really young.
Choice is like, you know, just coming out of a teenager, maybe 19. Is she 21?
I think she's a legal adult.
Okay. So
she's older than 18.
But she's saying that she wanted her children to be able to grow up without the judgment of the world. And the reality TV puts a spotlight, but she had to put her family first. It was a
choice.
Yes, it was a thing. And you were just saying that, you know, like, dang, when do I put myself, like, man, when we choose family, when we choose to be a family person, it's like you have to take yourself out of, not all the time.
Not all the time. And that's what I was telling Ashley yesterday. Yeah. And I was like, because I knew that I made the choice to have him.
Yeah.
Like I could have not.
Yeah. But that wasn't your choice.
But that was not my choice. And my choice was to sacrifice my 20s and my early 30s.
Because your late 30s is lit.
Hey. litty. And I told her, I was like, you know what? All of our friends, you know, they were young, they were living, and I still had a life. I still had a great life. I still traveled. I still did things with people, but I had to put him first.
Right.
So it was never like, okay, I can leave at
drop of a dime.
Drop of a dime. I need to make sure he's okay, and then I can leave. But then I'm like, I'm at this point in my life, and she was like, you're still young, and I was like, I know. And she was like, I'm like, I really can do whatever I want to do now because I have an adult child and another adult child, which is my husband.
I'm done.
That I had just like, I can leave at the drop of a hat and it'll be okay. And then I'm like, well, now I have people around me who have like children and they have to consider their children. And I have to consider the fact that they have to consider them because I've been there. But I'm like, well, goddamn, now I'm in a part of my life. I'm like, yes.
But see, I'm going to be the same way because my friends, my close friends don't have, well, one of them does. She's in the same position as me. Both of our children are the same age. So once they get of a certain age, it's going to be,
peace out,
you know, but a lot of our friends have not even started having children yet. You know what I'm saying? Right. So once they get to the point where their children are like 5 and 6 and 7, we're going to be like, Parker, you got Paisley, I'm out. You know, I'll be back tomorrow or something. Your dad will be home at this time. Go to Gigi house or go to grandma's house.
Learn how to make you some chicken.
Right.
Put it in the oven.
Put it in the oven. Don't burn my house up. Don't call the police. Call me first.
Right. If it's not on fire, call me first.
Call me first. Right. So, you know, I think just to bring it back to that post.
Yeah.
Like once you start to love in each other's love language.
Yeah.
Then shit starts getting different. Like the whole relationship as a whole, it just starts getting different. It starts feeling different. Sex starts feeling different.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you just
I'm gonna bust it wide open. You do something for me,
and that thing you ain't even gonna have to warm that thing up. Yes. Because you're taking some things off my plate. You're opening my mind up to I am horny.
Epiphany.
Right. I'm horny. I couldn't even think past all these responsibilities that I have.
Right.
To even think about, she may do want some attention.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta, and then a man is the same way. If a woman is not catering to the things that they need, it's hard for them to stay in the fucking house.
Right. And we're not
not keep their
right. We're not going to glaze over the man. We'll glaze over him a little bit, but at the same time, we understand that what they need, we need to provide as well. But we provide for them so often that we just want the attention to be on us and taken away from us as well. Like whatever attention.
I just want to be thought of.
Yeah.
Considered. That's the word of the day. Fucking considered.
Consider me, nigga.
Consider me.
Consider everything about me.
We talking about being considered and you know, men doing things for us.
Are we going there with this little guy?
So
let's talk about it.
I like 8 at the Table. That's another podcast. You know, I'm a podcast listener. Okay, I like to find different podcasts. They may not be the super known or whatever, but I like to listen to them. Yeah. So 8 at the Table. There's some up north kids. I think I say they're kids, but they probably our age and less. You know, but they were talking about.
I'm in a different bracket. I'm in a 35 and up. You're in a 35 and under.
Oh God,
so they probably in yours.
I'm so close to 35. That's so sad. Oh my God. Anyways, they were talking about chivalry being dead. He said he's not about to go and open up your door. He's not gonna. He said,
do you know this young gentleman's name?
I can't remember his name, and I listen to the podcast so much I can't even remember his name. But he's a model, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know who he's modeling for.
Need to sit his ass down.
Yeah, he do. But anyways, he said that if he's going out on a date and he pulls up to your house, he's going to text you HERE. Let me tell you something. If I went on a date and the man pulled up to my house and text me that he's here, I'm gonna be like, okay, when you come and open up my door, come to my front door, ring my doorbell or knock on the door, that's when the fuck I'm gonna come out. I'm
that's
not coming out to you.
HERE. Ain't no motherfucking way. No.
You're not going to disrespect me.
No, and no.
That's a red flag, ladies. Red flag.
Number 1 and 2.
Right.
So if he does not come to your door, if he does not, and I get this new day and age, like it's easily accessible to let the person know that you're here. Mm-hmm. But if you're not going to have the consideration to knock on the door or ring the doorbell, like you said, to come get me, bye.
Let me tell you something.
I can take myself to dinner.
It's something that I absolutely love and hate about my husband. Okay. So we've been together, y'all, since I was 14. That's a long ass time.
Long time.
He has always, from the beginning of time, he's always come to my house. My parents' house. Yes, from the beginning of time. He's always come up to my parents' house. Always asked, came in before we went anywhere.
But you always say that he's old school like that.
He is. He still to this day opens my door. But this is the one thing that I hate, but I love about him. So just say we were somewhere, we drove 2 different cars, and we're about to leave at the same time. Just say I'm like, oh shit, I want some gum. I'm about to go to the store real quick, but I don't tell him.
Yeah.
He's gonna notice that I veered off, and he's gonna veer off too. And he's going to sit and he's going to wait for whatever I'm doing.
As he's supposed to.
Go. I'm okay. I'm grown.
No.
I'm an adult.
Okay, so if my husband is a many of things, I love him. Mm-hmm. He don't have the gentleman mentality all the time.
Yeah.
But if I veer off, his ass better veer off with me. Text me, ask me, call me, ask me where I'm going.
Right. You can call me. You can text me. Hey, you good?
You gonna veer off with me?
Because let me tell you something. Sean will veer off and I'm gonna be like, oh, shit, he good.
No.
I'm gonna keep on moving.
No, I'm gonna follow him too.
If he goes to the store, I'm like, he didn't need me to chaperone him to the store. Like,
okay, so when me and my husband first started dating, I set the standard, but I don't know where we veered off. Because when I wanted my car door open, I would stand there. He wasn't used to that. Nigga, you about to
really?
open.
Sean would get on me even now.
His parents ain't old school like that.
Yeah.
So
even now.
No, like I would stand there. You're gonna open this motherfucking car door. Like, open it up.
You're going to pump my gas.
He'll pump my gas.
If I'm
every time.
No, you should definitely open the car door.
See, I saw that social media post with that guy who had his wife.
and those are things that another man, if something was to happen to me and my husband, which I hope not ever, but if I'm in another relationship, I'm going to always have these expectations from another man because my husband has set the standard so fucking high as far as chivalry. Yeah. Because he's always catered to me as a gentleman has.
Right. Now, do I expect him to open the car door all the time? No, because sometimes when we go out, we'll just might take a quick ride. Mm-hmm. I'll open my own car door.
Right, me too.
And then sometimes we'll take the dogs. So he's busy trying to get the dogs in the car. Like, want to jump in, he'll have to put the little one up, little Metro, he put him up. And then I'm like,
girl, my husband will be trying to open my car door every time. And I would have to tell him, just go get in. I'm okay. Go get in.
But when I'm dressed up and we're going on a date and we're going on a date, I'm going to stand there at the car door. You better open my goddamn car door.
And not just the car door. You need to open the door to.
When I get out?
Yeah. When we're going into the restaurant, when we're going into a place of business.
And see, and this is what I have to do because sometimes he is forgetful. Mm-hmm. I will stand at my chair. Mm-hmm. Back and forth, looking, what you doing? Yeah. Don't sit down before me. You better pull out my chair.
And that's a standard that you set because guess what? If he go in the kitchen and ain't no dinner in there, he gonna stand at the refrigerator and look at you like,
where the food at? Yes, nigga. So it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
But you know what? It's so funny because I've told you before and I've mentioned on the podcast before, like I didn't grow up with a father figure in a home, but I grew up with father figures in my life. Right. And my uncle, especially my Uncle George, like he was the most chivalrous father figure that I've ever had. Like he treated me like a princess, dressed me in baby doll dresses when I was a tomboy.
Yeah.
We took long drives in the country, and we went in either it was his Mercedes or his Jaguar, and I felt like a princess. And I always set my standards. I was like, I want a man who would treat me like this. As I grew up, like in the moment, I'm like, oh, I want a man like this. But as I grew up, I was like, this is what I want for my life. I want someone who would treat me in the way that he treated me.
Mm-hmm.
And he always made sure that I had everything I needed. If I didn't, he would go out and get it when we would spend summers with him. And I would understand, like, this is how I'm supposed to be treated.
Absolutely.
And when it comes to my husband, like, I want you to at least do the bare minimum and treat me like I need to be treated. Like, pull, but he's not used to that. So I have to allow him.
Yeah.
I had to teach him, and I had to allow him like some leeway to like to get it together.
Yeah. Which is okay, because there's no guidebook to being a husband for your spouse. There may be guidebooks on being in a marital relationship, but there's no guidebook on being Grace's husband or LaDonna's husband. There's no guidebook to that shit. You know, you just kind of figure each other out as you go. Sometimes
it works,
and sometimes it
don't, nigga.
Sometimes it don't. But that is definitely a red flag, ladies. Yeah. If you're dating a man and he comes and pick you up and he does not come to the front door, you have to set standards in the beginning of the relationship.
Yes.
The way you want him to be, because if you allow it to go the way he wants it to go, he's going to continue it that way. And you're going to be upset, feeling like you have been
bamboozled.
Okay? You know one thing I do not like?
What's that?
This is another red flag for me. A man that don't like to feed me.
If I'm hungry,
I cannot stand going.
Is that you? Oh, that's me. My bad. Oh, my bad. I said that's you. My bad. Feed you.
Yes. You gotta feed me. Like, if we on a trip and a man that don't like to take like snack stops, that irks me, because I be wanting to eat the entire trip. I want to snack on something the entire trip. I'm on vacation. I do enough dieting when I'm at home.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, feed me, nigga.
8:00, we going on an excursion. Let me get breakfast first.
Right. And then after the excursion, damn, I got some chips in my bag. Let me eat them chips.
First of all, are they providing snacks on this excursion? If not, we need to go to the gift shop or something to get some snacks. And then where are we going to lunch afterward?
Right.
I need to know.
I don't like it. I don't like Sean. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. He has gotten to the point where he just don't eat for real.
But does he feed you?
Well, my thing is, I don't want to have to be like the one. Damn,
you the only one
again.
So
I'm hungry again. Can we go get some food? He will go on a full 4-hour trip and not stop once.
Shit, me and School gonna eat.
I need to eat.
Okay, well, are you driving?
No.
You flying?
I'm saying,
or just in general.
In general.
Okay,
Grace, we done been on a lot of trips. He will not feed me.
Scoot will feed me, but he ain't gonna eat. If I stop to get some food, he'll probably order food for later, because he like to eat all of his meal at once.
He do. He like to eat in one spot. That is so funny to me.
In one spot at one time. But if I'm hungry, he's gonna stop and get me something to eat.
But I feel like I have to stop, Sean. Like, I have to be like, I mean, nigga, you not gonna eat nothing? You not hungry?
That's okay.
No, I'm saying here. Like, okay, so we riding, we driving or whatever.
Let's say y'all going to Tennessee.
We're going to Tennessee. 2 hours down the road in Huntsville, I'm hungry.
Ooh, let's talk about Chick-fil-A.
Yes. I'm like, can we go get a fry? I just want a fry.
Yeah.
He was like, you hungry again?
Yes.
Yes.
Don't judge me. I'm hungry.
I'm like, are you not hungry? I mean, I eat later.
I don't understand. You know what? I've learned to not understand this later, but stop. Yes. And don't ask me why we stopping. Just stop at this Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
Give me my fries. And we can go on.
And my diet lemonade.
With my Polynesian sauce.
And let me keep it moving.
Wait, hold on. Why are you getting a diet lemonade?
Because that's what I like.
Girl.
I like the diet lemonade. I like the frosted diet lemonade.
Do the real shit.
No, I don't like it.
Okay.
And then it's extra calories. That's a no. I always choose.
It's the aspartame and diet.
That's fine. I just like. I mean, if I'm on a caloric,
I'll take a heart attack, but just don't give me the sugar.
Just don't. Listen. If I'm watching my diet, I'm going, and I just so happen to want to go to Chick-fil-A. But even if I'm not watching my diet, I'm always going to choose the I'm always going to choose the diet.
Don't let society don't let the government tell you that diet is the healthier option. It's not the healthier option.
No. Diet drinks are definitely not the healthier option. I personally just like the diet lemonade better.
Have you been watching Put a Ring on It still?
I have not, but let me ask you one quick question before you get on Put a Ring on It.
I'm not gonna get on it. I just want to ask you.
Have you started watching what's that show with Lauren and Cam? The one that they fell in love behind a wall or in a pod.
Oh, what's this? It's a Netflix show?
Love at First Sight.
Love at First. Yeah, I watched the first season, but I didn't watch the follow up.
Girl, you got to watch.
I gotta watch the follow up.
You gotta watch the follow up.
Oh,
damn. Jilliana, you remember Jilliana?
I do remember her.
She's so pretty, but Damon, he is an asshole.
What about which one is the guy who? I think he like both.
Yes, he's so fixated on other people being okay with who he is. Mm-hmm. He's not fucking okay. You're not okay with who you are.
Right.
And it shows, like, you're not confident in hey, I may be bisexual. I'm in love. That's one thing I love about, so I was watching Judy and Brad. They have a reality show. And Judy was like, somebody asked me, was I gay? And I'm like, shit, I don't know. I guess I'm gay when I'm in love with a girl. Like, if I'm with her,
if I'm gay or not.
If I'm with her and I'm in love with her, I guess I'm gay then. I don't know, because I've been with both. So he's so like stuck on the fact that people are judgmental and they're not willing to take him for who he is. Mm-hmm. He gets so defensive even with the people that love him and try to be around him. Now, Diamond on the show, she was trying, you didn't give her the opportunity from the get-go to say whether she was willing to deal with that or not.
Right.
So when you finally told her,
he should have started off with that.
He should have started. Then you got defensive when she's like, well, these are my feelings behind it.
Because that's not what she wanted.
Right.
I'm sure that's not what she went in there looking. Yeah, I'm sure that's not what she went into that looking for.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
Yeah, he was wrong for that.
But Diamond is a mess, honey. She a mess. she got so much airtime on this follow up. So you got to follow up.
I looked at it. I saw it was on my Netflix. I was like, is it worth watching?
At first I wasn't, but then Whitney was like, girl, I was like, but I watched it. Yeah, I watched it. It was good. It was good. It was.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So you want to get into this topic?
Yeah, let's get into this topic. So, last week we had Kenosha and we had Jeremy on.
Yes.
And Jeremy made a statement.
He did. We didn't get into it.
Yeah.
But he did make a statement.
He made a statement that, when us professionals, we definitely listen to our shit and make sure it's good before we put it out. We was like, this nigga just said.
He said something.
Good guy, nice guys finish last. How do you feel about that?
What does that mean though?
That's exactly what wait. What is the nice guy? What does that term mean?
What does nice guy mean to you? I'll tell you what it means to me.
Okay.
I think a lot of women like the bad boy, the rough around the edges. Mm-hmm. Not to say that they're not nice guys,
right?
But I think people think that nice guys are the ones that open the doors, the ones that cater to you, the yes guys, the whatever you want and what do you need and whatever the case is. I think the nice guys are the guys that kind of cater to you or the guys that treat you well. But
that's your definition.
That's what I feel like society may think that nice guys are, but I feel like a nice guy is a nice guy. He's somebody who's going to be respectful of you. Mm-hmm. He's going to treat you well. That doesn't mean it's going to be everything.
Is that a nice guy or is that a good guy?
What's the difference?
There's totally a difference. A nice guy is a pushover. He's afraid of rejection, so he's going to. That's where the yes man comes in. He don't want you to. He's not going to give you that pushback.
Okay.
Because he just wants you to be good. He don't want to lose you.
Right.
He's scared. I can't take that. He's not assertive. You know what I'm saying? Like he's weak-willed. He's not
Okay.
strong-willed. He's
Dang, I don't even have my survey up there no more.
So-
I meant to post it.
yeah, like nice guys, I think would definitely finish last personally, but like you said, society puts the definition of nice guy, but that's really the definition of a good guy. A good guy's respectful. He's dependable.
Yeah.
He's a provider. He's going to give you chivalry. He's going to that's
See,
a good guy.
I just feel like that's nice. Nice and good is the same to me personally. So I think a nice guy is a good guy. Like I feel like my husband is a nice guy. Did he finish last? I would say yes, because I'm his first and his last wife. Whether or not we make it or not, like we gon' first and last. Like he's a good guy, and he's a nice guy. Does he have all the attributes? I would say, like, no, we're working on that. Like we both have to learn things about each other that makes us good and nice for each other.
Absolutely.
But do I want to? Have I had bad boys? Yes, I already told you about the story while I talked to a guy who sold drugs and I didn't even know it.
Right.
Now, was he nice? Yes, he was nice, but was he good? No, he was not a good guy. Like, you selling drugs on my car and I didn't even know it, fool. Like, you selling drugs on a date with me.
Can a bad boy be a good guy as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's the this persona that women look for. They want the bad guy, but they want him to be a good man.
But what's a bad guy? Like, do you want somebody to be like smack a nigga up because he do something wrong to you?
Get that nigga, boo. Huh.
But
get that nigga.
Would
No,
you want to put your man in that situation?
I'm kidding. In times. No, seriously, I'm kidding.
But what's a bad guy?
To me, I'm not saying a bad guy, but I do like the guy that's rough around the edges.
Okay, so
I don't necessarily want a man that's well manicured. No, we can go get a pedicure every now and again, but I don't want you. Oh shit.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you another
story.
story.
Let me get this hangnail.
I used to date this guy who was he was in the streets.
Yeah.
He was in jail as a juvenile for very bad offense. I'm not even gonna say. But
he killed that nigga. I'm just kidding.
But he was such a sweet person.
Yeah.
And he always kept himself fly. He always kept himself manicured. We used to go get mani-pedis together. And it's like, it was so confusing to me because I'm like, you had this grave offense, which you
but I'm
acknowledged.
Beside him because he a good man.
I mean, I don't know about to stick beside him. We just had fun because I was young. But at the same time, it's like, that's what people want. Like they want like the rough around the edges. You done did some bad shit and we can still kick it and hang and you're still like a chivalrous, loving, caring person,
Right.
which he really was.
Right.
So I don't want to take that away from him. But then when I think about my husband, I think about a time where I was completely violated. Somebody broke into my vehicle. Broke into a gym locker and took my keys, went into my vehicle. He was just too stupid enough to understand how to operate my vehicle. So he couldn't leave with my vehicle. And I'm Inspector Gadget. It's so crazy. Okay, so I had this scenario when we were at a gym. This guy noticed me. I'm guessing he noticed me. He went into the women's locker. Nobody know because we went early in the morning. It was like 5 a.m.
So this was recent, like within the last 5 years?
Yeah, it was in the last, it was about 3 years ago.
Wow.
So he went into the locker 3 or 4 years ago. He went into the locker and I didn't put a lock on it because it's 5 o'clock in the morning. Who's there?
Right.
Took my keys out. It took all the stuff out my gym bag, shook it out, everything, ransacked it. Went to my vehicle, tried to leave out with my vehicle, but he couldn't understand how to operate it. And he took my purse. He just ransacked it. Tried to use my cards across the street at a Walmart. my bank, I noticed it because it said on invalid transaction. So he didn't know my PIN code to my debit card. So I called my bank and they said, oh, well, this person is trying to use it. I was like, block my card, whatever the case is. So we knew the guy was across the street. But my husband, and he's a nice guy, but he was able to go there and apprehend the guy and until the police came. And I was like, okay, that's we talked about
I'm
that.
telling
shit.
you, that make you open all your legs. I'm finna have your baby, okay? I'm gonna have your baby
tonight,
right now. I'll be like right now.
And see, that's the thing that I think a lot of women want. They want like the rough around the edges, but he's not a rough around the edges guy.
Right.
But he did something that was like, got me a little hot bothered.
Yeah, I want a man that's going to take up for me. He's assertive.
Yes.
He's going to come after me. He's not going to make me chase him. He's going to do the chasing. That's a good guy. He made, I like a little tats. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
He can have a tat on his whole neck. That shit is like,
The teardrop.
Oh. Y'all, okay, I'm getting back. I'm back.
She done drifted off for a second.
I would drift, okay? But I'm back. Okay. But that's all well and good. But honestly, when I think about a nice guy versus a good guy, or a
go.
Oh, I know who that was. I'm look, I have to know who my surroundings are. A nice guy versus a good guy, as well as just I want a man that is definitely going to give me masculine energy. Like,
but
I don't want
good
him
guys
to,
not give you that?
That's what I'm saying. Nice guys don't give me that. If
really,
no, that's why I'm like, you're not for me. But I do want a good guy. I believe my husband. So I got a story.
Okay, tell me.
My husband is definitely a good guy, but he was not the first guy I was dating in high school, right? The guy I was dating in high school, I think, was a nice guy. He wasn't. We dated, but he wasn't assertive. He wasn't like, I'm the type girl that like Sean has always shown me that I was who he wanted.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. No matter what foolishness we went through, he always showed me like I was his choice.
Right.
Like this guy, I knew I was his choice, but he didn't like. He wasn't assertive in showing me.
Yeah.
So so Valentine's Day came. I was dating the guy. I wasn't dating Sean. I was going with the guy. Maybe I was dating Sean. Maybe that's how that goes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Right. So this guy, I hope he doesn't listen. This guy like brought my Valentine's gift to my classroom. It was like all like set out.
You knew he wanted to be seen.
He did. He had me set out. It was so nice, so sweet, right? Sean brought me this little ass bear, y'all. It looked like he went to the gum machine and put in
that
50
little quarter
cent.
in it.
It made it to 50 cent because it was a stuffed animal. Okay, it was so little. And do you know, after school, my ass was hugged all up with Sean.
Oh,
and this man just
Lord.
went and had me like all this stuff in my, you know what I'm saying?
Because he was the masculine one. Sean was the masculine one.
He showed himself to be more masculine. And
you going to get this 50-cent bear.
And that's it. You know, it wasn't that I didn't like the other guy. It's just, I think I'm not a masculine woman, but I do have an energy about myself that I am, I could be a little bit more bold, a little bit more assertive than maybe another female. But I do want a man that's going to not match my masculinity, but he's going to exceed my masculinity, which is going to allow me to be a female. I can submit to that. If you ain't at least matching my masculine energy, how am I gonna submit to you?
So do you think nice guys are pushovers?
Nice guys are definitely pushovers.
Okay,
because I feel like they're just scared of the rejection.
When is this gonna air? Oh, next week. Okay, so I'm gonna tell a story.
Okay, just
briefly about a nice guy I dated, and. Super nice guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so he wanted to take me on a trip. And I didn't want to fly by myself. So he was like, I had booked our plane tickets and I'm going to fly out of here because we dated. I always tell you, I like to date long distance. He was like, so I'm going to fly from where I'm from and you're going to fly from here and then we'll meet there. And I was like, being a brat. I was like, I don't want to fly by myself. So he was like, well, I can't find tickets for me to fly to you and then us fly together. And I was like, well, you're just going to have to come get me. So he was living in Houston at the time, and I was in New Orleans.
Oh, wow.
He drove from Houston to New Orleans. From New Orleans to our destination, which was probably about 9-10 hours away. Canceled the flights. He was sleepy as fuck. And I was just like, he was such a nice guy. And I knew he would have done it. Like not going to say a regular guy, but if I would have told that to my husband, like, you better get your motherfucking ass on this plane.
Or well, you just
we
don't
just ain't
want to
going.
go. You just don't want to go.
But he was so sweet and he was so nice. And in hindsight, I was like, damn, I really kind of, like, I could have gotten on the flight. I've flown by myself plenty of times before.
I think a good man would have been like, babe, I definitely understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But right now, I need you to get on the plane, and I'll meet you, and I'll make it up to you when we get there.
And if he would have sauld that, I would have been like,
I
okay.
told you. There's a difference between a nice guy and a good guy.
I would have definitely been like, okay, I'll just get on the plane. Because trust me, I've flown plenty of times prior to him by myself.
Yeah.
But it was just the fact that I knew that. And I think he listened. I'm sorry, I'm just saying, I'm saying we homies.
I know.
But the fact that I was able to
and you
manipulate.
were younger.
I was younger.
Yeah,
I was younger. I would have
yeah.
done that now. No, I would have been like, okay, see you when I see you.
When I see you,
but then I would like I took advantage of that.
Yeah.
I apologize to him.
And I think that's
what
a lot of. So I posed the question on my social media, and a lot of people were like, "Yeah, nice guys are going to finish last." Some women was like, "Yes, because they can be submissive." And a strong woman likes a challenge. That was a good one.
I had one idiot who said, if I was like, do nice guys finish last? He was like, yeah, but we try to let the lady come first. Boom, boom. Shh.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Sit your ass down.
Please.
But for the most part, everybody said nice guys.
So I
finish
had
last.
one said that no, they don't. They just have to go through more obstacles to find the woman that appreciates them being a nice guy.
But
nice guys do not want nice or good girls. They want the girl that's going to push back, or they want the girl that they really can't have, or they
give
really
some resistance to,
or like that's just like You ever think about like when you see a beautiful woman and she got this guy, you're like, this nigga is a flat out like.
But I'm sure he caters to her.
He probably
might be the masculine one.
But why do you think he caters to her to the point where he almost put himself in a deficiency? Like, you know what I'm saying?
You think so?
I've seen that so many times because, and I personally think it's because they know. Like in another life, this probably would never happen. That I would get a girl like this. So I better do everything she expects to hold on to her.
But you know what? Beauty is subjective and it also fades. Like if you're going to be with someone for the long haul, like what's that song Music had? Like talking about I love you when your hair turns gray. Yeah. Like beauty is subjective and I don't think people really look that far ahead. But when it comes to a relationship and love and loving someone, I really think that even women, extraordinarily beautiful women, look past the physical.
I mean, now I definitely would look past the physical.
Yeah, because it's all about how are you going to treat me?
Okay, not totally past the physical.
Because you got to be attracted to the person.
Right, I got to be able to wake up to you. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
ooh,
goddamn.
But thank you for that Birkin bag you just bought me. Ooh.
I don't even want to thank you for that shit.
You like, ooh, but that Birkin is pretty. No,
So you wouldn't wake up to seal?
No, absolutely not. I don't care what Sia can do
Oh
for
my
me.
gosh, I don't think he is that bad looking.
But like you just said, looks are subjective.
They
you
are
know, so what I think is attractive may not be what you think is attractive.
Right.
That's why in the beginning of our podcast, you were saying how we were talking about the eyelashes. I'm like, the things that we like are subjective to our likes.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So you can't really judge people on the things that
Right.
they choose because that's them and that's their choice.
Right.
So, I mean, hey. Okay. So, do you think that nice equates to being genuine?
Yeah.
I don't.
It just it I think you can pick up who's being nice in order to get something and who's being nice because they're actually genuinely nice.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like I'm a genuinely nice person, but I will still tell you how I feel about you and it may not be nice. But I can still be a nice person to you. I'm giving, I'm loving, I'm compassionate, I'm caring, I'm empathetic, but I'm still gonna be like, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that. Do you not?
No.
Okay.
I think nice doesn't necessarily equate to genuine because sometimes nice men are not genuine. They're doing whatever it takes to. It's not because I just want to do it. It's I have to do this because I have to keep this person. I have to do what it takes to make sure that they're taken care
Or
of.
just to appease someone.
To appease somebody.
What I
Yes.
think about is that Ready to Love, that guy who was kissing people on the forehead,
Oh,
talking about
God.
he was taking
not
people on
genuine
trips.
at all.
Yes. No, we're not doing that.
No.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I do personally like, I like a man that's assertive. You know, I don't want to chase. Okay, so one of my best friend's mom told me this a long time ago. Well, she just didn't tell me. We was just in conversation. And she was just like, sometimes you have to love who loves you. And at the time, I understood what she was saying as a grown ass woman that's been married, because sometimes we tend, as women, we tend to chase after men that are not emotionally available. Hell, they not
Sometimes, yeah.
physically available.
Sometimes, yeah, because they available for everybody.
They for the streets, you know.
They
So
for the streets.
right. So I understood what she was saying. Sometimes you have to find the joy in what you have, and that's in a lot of aspects in your life. Sometimes you may be like, "Damn, I want this Mercedes."
I kind of disagree
but
with
this
that though.
Honda is getting me from point A to point B. I got to find the joy in this Honda until my Honda becomes a Mercedes.
But I feel like you could sacrifice until you get to your Mercedes. I don't feel like we should
sacrifice men.
No, I don't. I mean, because I'm not saying they're disposable, but I don't feel
What's
like
the alternative though, right?
saving yourself for someone who you really want. You don't want to just keep. I mean, that's what dating is about. You date people to see who they are,
right?
So I get that, like, and that's just the circle or the process of dating until you get married. But just because you love me and you want me, that doesn't necessarily mean that I want to love you and want you back.
Right.
So I kind of disagree with that because no, I don't want to just be with you because you want me.
And you know, one thing I've learned about assertive men, an assertive man is going to go after whatever it is that he wants.
Right.
Take it back to the car, right? He may be in that Honda and he may be like, man, I want that Jag. Like, I'm going to get that Jag one day. And they're so persistent in what they want that it don't matter how long they have to chase it to get it. They will, in turn, they will get it.
And he could be in that Honda and could afford the Jag, but he just wants to be in that Honda.
Well, no, that's not what I'm speaking on. I'm speaking on sometimes you have to be cautious of that.
Yeah.
Because a man that's so assertive or a man that is assertive in what he wants, he gonna want that, he gonna want that, he gonna want that, he gonna want that too. Cause that bitch thick, right?
Right.
He gonna want everything. You know what I'm saying? And then once he gets you, it's gonna be like, got that shit. On to the next.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he was so assertive when he was chasing you, and you allow him to chase you. I think you just have to be genuine because, I mean, you just have to be cautious of who's genuine in your life.
Do you think that comes with age, though? Because when you're younger, you try to show off, right? But
then when you're saying older, the assertive man or the woman that's being chased?
Either or. Like the assertive man can flash whatever he wants to flash in front of your face.
Yeah.
Maybe when you're younger, he flashes it. And there are a lot of older men who flash it as well,
Mm-hmm.
but they flash it because you may think it's flashing because that's what they have, and that's their starting point as an
Right.
older man.
Mm-hmm.
But younger guys, they're like, okay, I got this, I got that, I got that. I'm gonna flash it in front of your face. You're gonna take it or leave it. But an older guy, he might put it out there, and that may not be flashing, but it may be flashing to you because you're used to a younger guy
Mm-hmm.
flashing it in front of your face.
See, and I think that goes with women as well. In our younger years, we're so intrigued with what we see, right?
Ass clapping,
Right.
booty clapping.
Or
Everything.
I got to do what it takes to get this type of man to make me look this way,
Right.
to the appearance of it all, right?
Right.
But when we mature in age, sometimes mature in just our well-being, who we are,
and age over here. What's up?
girl,
Hey.
please. When we mature in who we are, we really know. I think it becomes less of what we see and how we look in appearance and more so of how we feel, how this
Right.
person makes us feel. And that could be an issue as well, because if we're in relationships that we're not feeling a certain type of way and this nigga being assertive,
Gotta peace out though.
you do, but sometimes relationships go through seasons, and if you don't give that season a chance to go through, that's just like the saying, people be like, when you in a storm, don't stop in the storm, because you're gonna stay in that storm. You got to keep
Whatever.
going so you can get out the storm faster.
Okay, so what's appropriate amount of time to be in a season? Because sometimes that season gonna last so many years, and guess what, bitch? I'm going into fall. You keep your ass in summer.
Sometimes
I need to be
sometimes
cuffed.
the season can last 2 years, but that's up to you to
Right.
decipher. I think I've always heard a woman knows when she can't take anymore. She
course.
knows when she is ready to move on, to give up, or the latter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's just up to you. You know how
Yeah.
much you can take, how much you can't take. You know when you've gotten to the point. I've also always heard that when a woman is done, she ain't gonna talk about it. She ain't gonna ask you how you feel. She gonna ask how you feel. You gonna
Zip.
look up and
Quiet.
she gonna be like, bye.
She gonna be like that guy, took everything out that goddamn
Everything.
apartment.
And
Bye.
ain't looking back. She ain't gonna say nothing on social
But you
media.
know, everybody got on that guy for taking shit. But if it was her, they
There
would
you go.
go, girl.
There you go.
No, and that's what I told you. I was like, we don't know his side of the story, because
That's
I
true.
kind of feel like I don't think a man would take everything out the apartment after 18 years and it be some shit. Like,
Okay.
I don't know.
So I don't know if y'all heard of this story. It's really not a story, but I
Hmm.
just got something to say because my husband always brings shit like this up, right? So I think her name is like maybe
He
Brittany.
trying to argue. He trying to fight. Let's go.
Oh, okay, maybe her name Brittany Bell. Is it Brittany Bell that was married to the NBA star? He's pretty young. She's bundle of Brittany. Brittany Renner. Yeah,
Is
something
it
like that.
Future?
Yeah. Huh?
Is it Future and Brittany?
No. She was married to this NBA star.
Okay.
He's maybe not like a superstar, but he, you know what I'm saying? He in the NBA.
Right.
She married to him. They had a baby, and 2 weeks later, she asked for
Well,
a divorce.
she was the one that said that athletes are stupid and you can.
Oh, did
cuff
she say
them.
that? I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
I think that might be the one.
But
I think that was the one that said like athletes are stupid and you can like get a baby out of them.
so
and whatever.
so the men think that she played him.
Yeah.
But I think that he was the stupid one. You should have been able to decipher what type of woman, because she I mean, you should be able to decipher what type of woman you were dealing with, because she has a she definitely has a past.
Okay.
Right? So she's known from going from person to person to person. And it's not just any person to person. She's known from going to, athlete to this big person or whatever. And you can kind of say the same thing about Lori. You really can. But, you just kind of have to
What was said about Lori?
No, I'm saying you can kind of say the same thing about Lori, because
Okay.
Lori goes from this person, but
But when you're dealing with a certain caliber, do you want to just deal with your regular 9 to 5 guy?
You may need to. I mean, you can't support yourself?
You can support, but you can support yourself. But do you not want your husband to support you and spoil you? A regular 9 to 5 cannot do that.
Absolutely. But my thing is, why is that on her? Why is she the bad guy? Because she decided to leave after 2 weeks of having his baby. Now she got him for 18 years. 18 years. He better get a DNA test to find out it wasn't his. Listen, she did her thing. That's on him.
That mean that you got to vet. You got to vet your people out.
You got to.
You have to vet these women out. You have to vet these men out. And you have to make sure that these people are.
I wonder, was he the nice guy?
He probably was the nice guy.
Was he the guy that said, I'm not going to put my foot down. She's so pretty. She's so well known. She got this body. Like, I'm just going to do whatever it takes to make sure she's happy.
You think men care really about their body like that? I don't think a lot of men.
Certain men.
I would say about 90% of the men really don't care about the body like that. You care about the body like that? You care about the body like that?
Okay, men
don't care about the body like that.
There's nothing wrong with you guys. But we're not talking about NBA. They're not NBA players.
They're
not
care about
$1 million
the body
men.
Like that.
Not yet. They're not
Oh, sorry, y'all. That's my wake up from my nap alarm.
I'm done. I'm so weak. I'm so weak.
That is the wake up from my nap.
From my nap.
From lunch alarm. Sorry.
But yeah, these are not yet $1 million men. They're not $1 billion men. They're not men of a high status just yet.
Yeah.
But when they become men of a high status, they're going to look for a certain woman that's going to be able to complement their status. That's all I'm saying.
That body don't complement your status.
That body does complement, because you ain't gonna want no.
I mean, she ain't gotta be my 600-pound life.
But I'm saying she ain't gonna be regular.
What's regular?
You can say, oh, he wasn't thinking about that. He may not have been like, I'm gonna leave her because she don't look like her. But she's now up to, body wise, up to his standards of the type of man he is, or the status of man he is.
I'm trying to figure out who this guy is.
Like, it just changes once your tax bracket change. I'm just saying.
He's an NFLer.
Yes.
He went to UAB.
I don't know about UAB. I thought his name was Courtney Williams. I could be lying.
I don't know. But if you're talking about the same person I'm talking about, his wife is beautiful.
Oh, no. We're not talking about that.
Okay.
I know it looks hard.
But her husband is named Courtney, and he was in the NFL, and he got the blue check. So, no, I don't know. But his wife is very, very beautiful.
Let's see. I'm going to say Alabama. Because he's from Alabama.
He's from Alabama, and he's still here.
What you mean he's still here?
Like, is he currently in the NFL?
Yeah, he's
okay.
currently.
Well, then, okay, we're not talking about the same person. Okay.
Maybe his name is not Courtney. Maybe I'm lying.
Okay.
Maybe her name is Courtney.
Okay, yeah, because his name is Courtney. I was like, no, because his wife is gorgeous.
Yeah, no. That's not who I'm talking about.
Okay.
But anyways, that's all I was saying. They were together for a long time. He's now an NFL star.
Yeah.
So she now feels like she has to get her body done. She has to keep up with the appearance.
But why?
Because that's just what it is. You have some men that don't really stand, or they don't really care about that status or that
if your husband was in the limelight and a celebrity, would you feel like you would have to?
I would feel like I would need to keep myself up. I'm not saying I need to have surgery.
Okay.
I would feel more pressure to make sure I look a certain way, even when I'm going to just the freaking grocery store. I would feel like I need to keep myself.
I just think that's so absurd, because if I'm going to the grocery store, I do not need to feel like I need to tighten up that lace.
I'm not saying you got to tighten up the lace, but you know what I'm saying? You sometimes we go to the grocery store
No, I don't never
with
go
a
to,
whole
I
hat
never,
on.
well, I mean,
with look, I sweat
feel
on
like
one
that's
LL
keeping
Cool
yourself
J, one
up,
leg
shit.
up.
Yeah,
Ain't
I
put
feel-
no ashy.
That's
Come
keeping
on now.
yourself up
Come
because
on now. We didn't listen. I got small kids, and sometimes I done ran into a store real quick and dipped right back out, and ain't have
okay,
no
one thing
lotion
I ain't
on.
gonna do is go out in public
I
looking
ain't had
any
no
kind of
bra
way.
on, but that's not.
Okay,
nothing
so
new.
I stay moisturized. I'm gonna always stay moisturized.
I'm glad. I'm so proud of you.
But if I have on sweats, if I have on whatever, but I'm not gonna go to the store with my hair tied up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna make sure that I'm presentable to public. Like presentable is not coming in looking like we look like right now.
I really love Scoop because he's my brother. But he's not $1 million man, so you don't feel the pressure of having to do that.
If he was $1 million man,
that's what you say.
If he was no, that's what I know. Because if he was $1 million man, because I know him, he would not care if I walked out the house the same way.
He may not be the same man because he doesn't have the pressures of $1 million man
he
right now.
Will be the
he
same
has the pressures
nigga.
of a regular ass nigga.
He gonna be
in
the
Birmingham,
same. Nope.
Alabama.
He gonna be the same nigga because he not from Birmingham. He from New Orleans.
He got the
He's
pressures of
not
being
gonna
the
be
same nigga from New Orleans, Louisiana.
That is a misconception because
I don't think so. I don't believe.
I know so.
We're gonna agree to
that's
disagree.
because you don't know him. I do. He would never want me to walk.
Touche, motherfucker.
If I walk out the house the way I walk out, he's gonna be like,
that that's
my woman.
And you got some men that are like that. You got some men that are like that. But what I'm saying is the pressures. He may not be like, babe,
that's superficiality.
You need to go get your butt done, or you need to go get your breast done.
Oh hell no.
But I'm just saying he's going to be like, boo, I need you to look a certain type of way. And that doesn't mean that he's saying you need to get your body done.
If he tells me, what's a certain kind of way if you don't need to get your body done?
Just, you need to upgrade yourself. That you can any woman can upgrade themselves.
That's up for me to do. That's not up for him to tell me.
And most times you're going to see the woman do it without the man saying anything because there's a perception is all I'm saying. There is a perception that when a man is at a certain status that the woman needs to keep herself at that status. Like they need to have this whole appearance.
A woman needs to keep herself at what she needs to. And if a man does not oblige and he does not agree, then he's not the one for you. Because first of all, I'm going to always keep myself up to a certain standard. Mm-hmm. If he does not like it, then that's on you.
But your standard may not be NFL standard. Your standard, his standard may not be your standard.
I just think that's so superficial because NFL
life is superficial. I believe that. I mean, that's why social media is so crazy now.
And that's why y'all
it's so
crazy
detrimental.
Now because that's why
it's so detrimental to people's lives is because it's so superficial.
That's why it's detrimental to people's lives because everybody is trying to uphold a standard that is just, it's not reality. Mm-hmm. It's not like. I don't
agree with
be
you.
Kim Kardashian every day.
I think you're missing the point that I agree with you. I'm just saying that's
no,
not
I'm
how
not missing
is.
it. I get it, but I just feel like my husband's standards is not going to be mine, and whatever my standards is, he understood and understands what my standard is, and that's why he married me. He knows I'm not going to go out the house looking any kind of way. He knows I'm not going to present myself in any kind of way. Mm-hmm. So that is why he understands and appreciates me. But as far as me, and I've had my breast done before, so that's not an issue. But if I wanted to get anything else done, he's just like, no. I love you and appreciate you the way you are. If he was $1 million, $1 trillion, $1 billion man, he's going to want me the same exact way. And that's how I know.
I agree with that.
Is.
Sean he's that guy that he's like, you know, no, you're not getting nothing else done. But I'm also that girl's like, if I want something done, it's totally my body.
And that's all on you.
And that's what I'm saying. It's the perception of what.
But why would you do
what
that?
People want to look like.
But
what
why would you
think,
do that?
Because that's what I want to do. It's subjective to me.
But you just said it's the perception of what people want to look
like. It's all subjective, though. Okay. It's all subjective to that person.
But is it societal?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Okay, so I don't conform to society.
A lot of people don't. But I'm not saying that's not 90% of the world.
Right.
I can confidently say 75% of the world conforms to society.
Well, that's on them, and that's a shame. I feel like that's a shame because I feel like you should conform yourself to what makes you comfortable.
We
and
are off the subject, y'all, but hey, it needed to be said. It needed to be talked about. It needed to be talked about. Yeah, I do as well.
There is a thing where like, hey,
Y'all dads don't have a mic, but he talking.
when a dude get a certain amount of money, or he
Come say that. Come. You want to?
Well, I mean, when a dude gets a certain amount of money,
it happens what he like, but
because
And then
he
I get what you're
he
saying,
gets
that it's
more
on her,
he gets
she-
more
There are more
of
options.
options.
saying,
Yes, there are more
So
options
why
available.
wouldn't I, as my man's woman, I'm not saying, oh my God, I have to go get a butt now. No, I'm saying, okay, my weave lady was doing my hair real good, but I know if I go to this weave lady,
Oh,
she'll
well, that's
have me up to
different
par.
with-
That's
yeah,
all
yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah,
It's the
yeah.
perception of the appearance of
by pressure,
get
she
of
meant
going up.
options, like, there are something in the world called temptations. where
There are temptations
like,
in
hey,
society. There
you
are
got this
there are
certain
temptations
level
whether
now.
you got $10,000 or
But
$10 million.
that's what happened, like, with the dude with Brittany Renner.
Yeah.
This is a girl who he watched when he was a kid. Be the most popular girl
Right.
on IG.
Yeah.
Which is why he's the
But
dog
he was a kid
for
growing up in
marrying
social
her.
media too. So it's
I'm just
like
saying that's why he's the duck for marrying her, because now he felt like at this, now I got this status, now I can get this type of
Right.
girl.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, Des.
Thinking
That's
that
all I'm
she was-
saying.
I mean, I
That's all
understand
I'm
that, but
saying.
I just feel like that's so whack for people
It
to
is.
It's very.
I think
I'm
it's
not
so whack
I'm not saying
to
that it's
figure
not.
out that, oh, now that I got options, I don't even want you no more, and I don't even look at you like that no more, because you can fix your body and you can do whatever you want to do.
This is what I was talking about. This is
Oh
her.
no, that wasn't her. Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
her, and she totally got her body done.
But that's what us niggas say all the time. That nigga ain't never had, like, he must not ever had it. You know what I'm
Listen. This is her. This is her man.
That's my man. I'm gonna stick by him. But they look like they go together, and he should understand. He probably a whack nigga in real life.
Hey, they may look like they go together, but do you know at the status that he is now that he,
Oh, he
can
got
have
options.
absolutely
He
beautiful
got
women swarming him.
options. And not to say, not for nothing, not to say she's not a beautiful woman,
Mm-hmm.
but when you are used to a certain thing,
Mhm.
but it just takes the man. Like, okay, I understand. Maybe these women might just want me for my money
Mm-hmm.
or my status, or
Yeah.
maybe they want to get to the next nigga.
Yeah.
But it's up for the guy to understand, like, you've been loyal. Oh, shit. I'm dropping my water bottle. You've been loyal.
Mhm.
I'm going to be loyal to you.
Right.
So.
I think it's just safe to say whatever you do to your body as a woman, just make sure it's not for a man and not for his
Not
status.
for a man.
Just allow it to be for you. If you let it be for you,
Yes.
you won't ever go out of. Hopefully, you won't ever go overboard. You know what I'm saying? Because you
Yeah.
won't be conforming to what society wants you to look like. If you do it for you,
I done
then
seen
you'll
some
be good.
overboards, and I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what? You should have never did
You
that.
should have never. Don't do that.
Don't do it, girl.
Don't do it, girl.
Don't do it.
Yo, this was good. I enjoyed
I
this.
love the conversation.
Yes, I like. It's not confrontational
No,
conversation.
hell no.
It's just a
It's girl talk.
discussion.
Yeah.
It's just it's just.
You need to start giving Dez a mic, though.
Yes, because he be chiming in. He's our little male, perspective, and
Yes.
we like that. We cool with that.
Yes.
Where can they find us?
Okay, you guys, if you want to hit us up at Two Dope Girls Pod on IG, Twitter. Hit us up at Two Dope Girls Podcast on YouTube. And if you have any suggestions, if you want to be on the podcast, let us know and hit us up at ask2dopegirls@gmail.com. That's ASK, the number 2, dopegirls@gmail.com. And you can find me at Graceface with 2 underscores on IG.
Yep, you can find me at Naturally Pretty on IG.
Hey, and we out until next weekend.
Yes, Two Dope Girls.
Bye.
Dope girls, dope the dope girls. Dope girls, dope the dope girls. Dope the dope girls. Dope the dope